Hey guys, I don't know if anyone's gonna see this immediately, but I got kicked out somehow. Not kicked out. My YouTube just closed. Like the app just closed mid-live as I was like literally in the middle of talking about all the astrology stuff. I'm pretty sure I made this public. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, because I couldn't get into the other one either. I think this is public. Oh, good Lord. Do I have to go on my other phone to look at this? This is like so crazy. If I go live here, can I even get in? No, I can't get into that. Waiting for people to show up. Hi, there you are. Yes. Yeah, super bizarre. The app just went quit, just closed for no reason. I'm just going in the chat. I restarted the live in a part 2. Crazy. Yeah, I'm just gonna send the link over in the chat, so just give me a second, guys. I've been filming readings and my camera's been doing that to me all week. Really? That's interesting. That is interesting. Yes, we are back. We are back. My phone said it was updating, but this is also, and this is probably my own fault. This is kind of my busted phone, but it's also been proving to be functioning recently, so I thought it was fine. Oh dang, they won't let me. What? I can't post the link in here? If anyone doesn't mind copying the link for this and putting it in the other one in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. For some reason, they're not letting me do that either. Weird. Just bizarre. Just bizarre. Okay. Whatever. I don't want to restart the whole astrology part. So I think I was talking about Aries, I believe. That was a wild experience. Solar flare issues, maybe? I don't know too much about it. It kept repeating you saying Chiron conjunction over and over. Really? Jeez. I can't even close it either. So it's just like staying open, which is unfortunate. I'm actually trying to figure out what to do here. Because, like, I like it to be cohesive. So if somebody wants to come in and watch, they get like the whole spiel, right? But if I can't close it, it's just gonna forever run. It's still live. Yeah, I know. I can't close it. Excuse me. Hold on a second. It will eventually close, I imagine. But it might take a while. So once that does, I'll probably like download these and then stitch them together and then upload them as one cohesive piece. God, that sounds so sounds like a lot of work. Then you said Aries and nothing afterwards. Am I late? No, you're not late. I posted a link in the other live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll go over and send them a message. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for doing that. Maybe shut down the while window and start over. Words, excuse me. Yeah, this has happened before and it just won't let me back in to close it myself. So it's just a glitch. It's just a glitch. Hi again, link share. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So we were talking about Aries. So let me do another timestamp here. Second video. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just call it Aries bravery, I guess. Okay. So weird. Anyway, don't be surprised if you see a different video posted later that's just these videos stitched together. But let's talk about this very confident, ballsy, courageous energy, okay? Mars and the North Node and Chiron are all conjunct in Aries. And this conjunction is also square Ceres in Capricorn, square Vesta in Cancer, and a sextile Chariklo. But I really want to focus on the conjunction because the conjunction alone has given us a lot. Having Mars and Aries involved in this, probably one of the most confident placements we can experience in relation to Mars anyway. It's home in Aries as well. And that is a lot of physical vitality. It's a lot of confidence. It's a lot of courage. It's a lot of ability in asserting ourselves, wanting to assert ourselves, maybe even feeling a little bit more confident in even how we communicate. That's something else that was coming through a lot. And now it's working with the North Node and Chiron. So now it's also working with taking our life experiences through Chiron and how we have felt insecure or inadequate or not enough or timid or fearful. And it's making us use that to push forward the North Node, essentially. So, again, to reiterate what I was saying in part one, excuse me, any situations, whether they've been lifelong situations or even relationships, or just something, excuse me, something you've had struggles with and confronting and dealing with, you're not going to struggle right now. This is a time where you're going to feel very comfortable and even very motivated to be like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want this to be a thing anymore. It's time I've done something about it. It's time I've changed it. It's time I've said something about it. It's that kind of vibe. Now, having both of those be square, not both of those, excuse me, having that Aries conjunction square Ceres and square Vesta, with both of them being in the polarity of Capricorn and Cancer, it's going to force you to face things that are also very aligned with traditional family and work societal values. So I'm going to say that again. It's going to force you to face aspects or relationships or circumstances in your life that you have wanted to change, wanted to confront, or even just be more assertive about in relation to traditional societal values and traditional family values and domestic life and work life. Those are biggies. Those are biggies. And conformity seems to be a big word that keeps coming up here. And the fact that that whole conjunction of Mars, North Node, Chiron in Aries is also sextile Chariklo in Aquarius. You also have that Aquarius component being like, be yourself. Be yourself and be expressive and go there and liberate yourself, right? It's a lot, but we like it. It's good for right now, especially with the full moon in Sag being midweek. I mean, Sag is also very confident and very outspoken, and the full moon in Sag is really asking us to break away from habits, break away from addictions, break away from conformity, and be different and be you and be proud about it and just be free, because all of us are sick of not being free, whoever's not free, enough's enough, essentially. So where you're going to be feeling this motivation is in the house of Aries, most likely 15 to 20 degrees, and Aquarius will just be part of that as well. So keep an eye on both of those houses, but really just keep an eye on Aries for that. And then we have this compromise. This is interesting because most of this compromising energy, excuse me, is also backed by fixed star activity. And I talk a lot about that on the Patreon live, like I mentioned in part one. So if you want the whole details of all the fixed star activity, go ahead and check that out. I'm trying to remember them off the top of my head. I believe for Saturn, it was called Sheet. I don't even think, oh, I do have the notes. I lied. I do have the notes. Duh, they're like literally on the previous page. Oh, that's right. It was a word I had trouble pronouncing. So the fixed star that's working with Saturn, forgive me if I don't pronounce these correctly. Some fixed star names are in Arabic. This is why I struggle sometimes. Fum al Sanaka, I believe that's how you say that. And that one is literally considered like the star that helps to keep us on course, to keep us on track, and helps us move through present moment things and situations. And then Saturn is actually working with Vesta. Saturn is trine Vesta, Vesta being in Cancer, Saturn being in Pisces. But Vesta is working with a fixed star called Wasat, and it's literally called the middle, which I think is very interesting. It literally sits between the twin constellations. Well, Gemini. So it sits between the twins. So it's referred as a star that is associated with compromise, alliances, bridging, making peace, making treaties, that sort of deal. So you literally have Saturn and Vesta both working with fixed star activities that are meant to help us mediate and follow through on things that need to be followed through on, but in a peaceful and easeful way. But with so much of the other energies going on that are like, break away from this, break away from that, get a whole new life, do a whole new this, go have adventure, go have fun, and go play, and all these things. There is that, and that is there. And we are being asked to encourage that and to also allow ourselves and give ourselves permission to live a sweeter, sensual, fun, freer life where we are a little bit more unconventional because we're a little bit more ourselves, right? Hence the taboo part of it. But there are still things we need to honor, that we do need to see through. And Saturn and Pisces working with Vesta and Cancer is part of that and is going to help us see that and deal with that. Still freezing now and then. How do you learn all this stuff? Years of being a nerd. Honestly, just years of being a nerd. If it's freezing for you, try to refresh it. Try to refresh it, okay? Now, coming back. Yes, compromises, alliances, bridging to see some things through in the present for desired outcomes later. We can have the good life, we can have the sweet life, we can have a freer life. We just might have to take care of some things first, okay? And that's just being realistic. And that's where you're going to find might come up for you in your house of Pisces, probably 15 to 20 degrees, okay? Now, something else that's also kind of aiding us more towards the end of the week, we have Mercury in Taurus, sextile Saturn. But again, that's happening way more towards the end of the week. Delete your cache on the apps helps for me. Okay, cool, thank you. Mercury coming in here working with Saturn. Remember, Saturn working with Vesta, asking us to compromise where we need to and see certain things through in the present, even if we need to wait a little bit for our desired outcomes. And now Mercury coming into the fold is allowing communication and ideas, almost like a problem solving is how that feels to me, to come in to help us with that. And I actually wrote it as utilizing. So utilizing opportunities to implement practical solutions or practical, even plans are in the midst of that. What is sure to work? What is sure to benefit the compromise that can benefit your desired outcome later? But again, look to your house of Pisces for where that might be coming up. Okay, so yes, freedom and play and frolic and all the good things, but still some things we need to, like, be diligent about and stay aware of and be adult about. You know what I'm trying to say? I think y'all know what I'm trying to say. So, like I said, delicious week for this. I'm excited. I'm very excited. But let's go ahead and get into collective messages now. I'm just gonna light this candle back up. Okay. Now I know that there's also, I don't know why I feel the need to talk about this, but I do, so I'm gonna make a timestamp for it. I don't even know what to call it, but I'm just gonna do a timestamp. Now I know there's some fear mongering going on about summer. Okay, hold on. Jupiter square Saturn. I know people have talked about this. I know there are still some people doing the whole fearmonger thing of the world is collapsing and this, that, or the other. If you want to perceive a collapse, that's your belief. That is on you to believe, if that's what you want to believe. I think there's always a different lens you can take in any given situation, because perception and belief drive our reality, right? So if you want to perceive things as falling apart, you could also perceive them as falling into place. Just saying. I think that's a lot more of a silver lining and a lot more exciting to kind of work with. Now, when it comes to this summer, specifically speaking about August, and then later at the end of the year, we do have a square between Jupiter and Saturn. I did write about that on the post, on the astrology poster that is linked below. For those who have it, you already know. We'll talked a lot about this already too. Could that have the potential to create restriction in ways in our physical reality that we do not want to experience? Sure, yes, that is possible. But energy has a way of manifesting literally in infinite ways. And so the ways we experience this may vary. I think there might be a little bit of like, kind of like during COVID, there were like these 3 very different realities that people were experiencing. So it just depends on what reality you're in, really. But Jupiter square Saturn can create this feeling, the way I was describing it, of like wanting to eat at the buffet, but you have to sit in the corner and eat one bowl of soup. Like, it's like, it almost has that kind of vibe where you know what you want and you know what's possible and you know what you desire and you know what it's going to take, but there might be some external circumstances or even obligations or things you have to compromise on, Saturn, Pisces, what I just talked about, that require you to shelve that, or maybe take more time to getting to that, or maybe there are other things that actually need to happen or you need to learn before you can go and experience that, right? Jupiter being in Gemini, square that Saturn Pisces always wants us to have some sort of spiritual development. That's what Saturn Pisces asks of us. Can you evolve spiritually? Can you sacrifice? Can you be diligent about your health or even your mental health and well being? Can you take some time out when you need to, right? And it depends as well as what it's aspecting in your chart, but that's generally what Saturn Pisces asks of us. And having it be square Jupiter Gemini is very much like, I want to taste everything there is to taste in the world. That is Jupiter Gemini. It takes Gemini and it puts it on steroids, essentially. It's like, I want to meet new people all the time. I want to start like 10 different new books. I want to start 2 new hobbies. I want to get into new environments. I want to go and talk a lot. I want to go and write. I want to go and experience. Like, that is Jupiter Gemini. And keep in mind too, Jupiter is also a Sagittarian energy. So it actually, a lot of astrologers feel like Jupiter does not act very well in Gemini, like it can get a little spastic, which I do think is kind of true. But having that square Saturn, it calls into the question, how are you going to deal with these two very different energies that are pulling on each other, right? The previous live seems to have stopped now. Oh, good, 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 good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank goodness. But sorry, coming back to the Jupiter and Saturn discussion. Saturn will bring the restriction to sacrifice, to compromise, to go sit in the corner if need be, or to do something purely for your own spiritual development or even mental, emotional health. While Jupiter is going to nag at you to not do that, essentially. Jupiter is going to nag at you to break away from that. Jupiter is going to go, hey, we can do this instead. We can do that instead. Don't you want to do this instead? Don't you want to try this? Don't you want to taste this? Don't you want to see this instead of doing this very routine, disciplined thing you're being asked to do instead of sitting in the corner eating your soup? That's the kind of vibes that summer is going to bring. Doesn't have to be scary, doesn't even have to be bad. Like, just know that that's there. And as long as you have like an outlet for both or you're honoring both, it could probably work out really well. Now, as far as the external reality, you know, there's been a lot of speculation about internet stuff and phone stuff. And to be honest, I think something might happen with the post office. That's what I think, but doesn't matter what I think. Are all of those things likely? They can happen. They can happen. I know a lot of people have already been experiencing weird phone shit. Doesn't mean it has to happen. Gemini rules like local, like neighborhoods and things of that nature, or like communication within like local means. While while Pisces is more like void, the void, so to speak, or karmic closures. So we might see some things change as far as like how we function on the local level, how we function as a community on the local level, or within our own neighborhoods, or how we communicate within our own neighborhoods. So that's why for me, I'm feeling more like things like the post office are probably going to get funky and weird. And there might be some kind of like karmic closure, cycle closure with the post office. I don't know. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I just could see that happening. But that's what you can expect with this Jupiter square Saturn. Some of us may also experience like more difficulty with speaking to people or staying connected to people who are really physically far away from us as well. But it doesn't mean no talking, just means there might be a little bit more difficulty that happens at that time. So again, that energy is peaking in August and at the end of the year, but I just want to say, try not to get caught up in the fear mongering of things on this. Like, obviously, there's nothing wrong with being prepared if you want to be prepared for any different situations, or if you have your own beliefs around all that stuff. But there's no point in like staying in fear. It's not going to be conducive to making decisions or experiencing life or trying to have fun even. And we're allowed to have fun. We're allowed to have fun and not be scared. You know what? I feel like that should like be on a t-shirt. We're all allowed to have fun and not be scared. Right? Like, we have a divine right to that, to fun and not be afraid. Like, we're allowed. We're allowed as a society to exist at that level of vibration, right? I feel very light. Now I just feel like I just want to keep repeating that over and over and over. I don't know. I felt just very passionate about that for whatever reason. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit before I get into the collective reads. So, that being said, let's get a deck here. I needed to hear that. Well, because like after I said it, I realized like, God, so much of our society like literally is like that, right? Like so much of our society instills that in us that like we're supposed to be scared or we're supposed to like not be having so much fun. Like if you're really happy and you're really free, you're not doing something right or you're not like living up to societal standards or whatever words you want to put on it. But I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like I'm just really sitting with that now. I'm just like giving myself a minute with that. Yeah. Like if you're not scared, something's wrong. Or if you're really happy and having a lot of fun, something's wrong. But it's not. It's not. Uh, I was having this conversation last night with some people. They basically said, well, we gotta go to work. Mm. I'm like, I do work too, just not the same as you. Yeah, and that's the game. That's the game, and that's the illusion. That is the game, and that is the illusion. I can't decide where I want my notebook. Hold on, sorry guys. I'm getting all distracted by just what's coming out of me right now. Many people think intelligent people can't possibly be happy. Oh yes, please like the video. Please, please, please. I appreciate that. When is the other shoe going to drop? Too much, or you're not being responsible. It took a while for me to get out of that. The moment I was excited, I stopped myself. It's. I feel like there's words that want to be said here. There's words that want to be said here. I mean, I feel like that's such a fight of the monkey mind too, with what we actually feel innately as a human being, right? Like a lot of us deep down want fun and want freedom and want to play and want to feel safe to play and just want to feel at ease. Like the soul wants to feel at ease. I think that goes across the board for anybody walking on this planet, right? And it's amazing how much we talk ourselves into not being that way, or just literally even like create things to be upset about or to fixate on when you don't really need to fixate on them. I mean, this is very collective too right now with this full moon in Sag. This is very, very collective. Um, and I feel like I've already talked about this in the last live I did on YouTube. I think I did that on Friday. There's more that wants to come up there though. I can feel it. Anyway, collective message. Collective message. I was going to use the Star Codes Astro Oracle, but I'm feeling I need a different Oracle deck here. And there are two that are jumping at me. One I'm actually still getting to know. I'm in love with it. It's Alana Fairchild's latest deck. Amazing. Amazing, by the way. I will link it at some point. Medicine Heart Oracle. Such a bomb deck. But also Big Bertha's calling me. I want to feel safe to love. Play leads to creativity. The energy from those intense solar flares are killing me. Anyone else feel horrible? I was from like the 10th to the 13th. I really until the last couple of days. I was a hot mess. I was a hot mess. But let's go into collective reading. I'm actually going to use Big Bertha here. If the other one comes up, the other one comes up. I feel kind of sick today, body aches. Oh, guys. Siren, yes, it was rough, but I'm feeling better. Oh, yes, very attractive. I knew Big Bertha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any messages or insights for the collective? May 20th to the 26th? Hold on. Okay, I don't know who this is for. Okay, I don't know who this is for. This is a very random channeling that just like whoop, came in out of nowhere. It's for someone who knows an Aries. You could be an Aries sun. I'm getting April. which could also be Taurus, but I'm feeling Aries. I'm feeling Aries. Oh, you know what? This might actually be something related to the eclipse that happened on the 8th. This is weird. Okay, let me just sit in here for a second. Because I was getting like birthday, 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 birthday. Something about a birthday. Something about a birthday. Um, a neglected birthday, a forgotten birthday. I don't know. Something about that might be coming up again for whoever this is for. But I feel like it has to do with the eclipse though. It has to do with the eclipse. It just feels like chaos and it feels like drama. Um, it feels like some weird unresolved thing, probably that happened around the eclipse or like with an actual Aries, like about some sort of neglected party or neglected recognition of a birthday, something like that is like coming in from out of nowhere. Like almost want to say coming in out of the rain. What? I don't know who needs to hear that, but it feels like there's a little drama tornado coming up again out of nowhere. It just feels very weird. It feels very, very weird. Let's see. Okay. Any messages or insights for the collective for the week, May 20th to the 26th? There are going to be some fun surprises with this week as well because Jupiter is playing such a strong role. Keep in mind there's going to be a little bit of a Scorpio energy going on too, because with this full moon being an early degree Sag, 2 degrees Sagittarius, that's still very cuspy to me. And also in sidereal, it is sidereal Vedic, whatever school you follow in terms of that, is also in Scorpio. But we also have Pallas Athena in Scorpio, and Pallas Athena is also creating a lot of aspects as well. But Pluto is also sextile the full moon, and Jupiter is playing off of Pluto as well, and all these other generational planets. So my point is, we have this amplified energy around Pluto, Scorpio, digging deep into the subconscious with the full moon energy itself. There is this feeling that we had very similar to the full moon Scorpio of you can't hide anything at this time. Nothing can be hidden around this time. But Jupiter brings a fun, lucky, almost like a fate, like serendipity sort of flavor into it of an unexpected surprise that feels orchestrated. Yeah, that feels orchestrated. But yeah, just know that nothing can really be hidden at this time, especially feelings or desires cannot be hidden at this time. Anything else for the collective for this week? Speaking of, I did Sag and Libra earlier today, so those are already on Patreon. They'll post during the week for YouTube. But I did Sag earlier, and the number 3 was really significant, and it's coming up again. I heard lucky number 3, lucky number 3, lucky number 3. In Saggy's reading it was about going through door number 3 or opening door number 3, which again, full moon Sag, highlighting the week. But I'm getting March with that. So this is a channeling for a very small group of people. Lucky number 3, lucky number 3, lucky number 3, and something referring back to March. I'm like, March, oh my god, that feels like ages ago. It feels like many lifetimes ago. Like March feels very like, I don't know, just out there. Tell me more about this March channeling. Might have been something around the spring equinox. Lucky number 3. Something about, okay, for whoever this is for, something about the spring equinox. Something got pushed out. Almost was like something or someone which was pushed out of your reality unexpectedly. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of things coming full circle around this time. Something about that feels like it's coming full circle with this phrase, lucky number 3. Okay, let's come back. All paths lead home. I like this. Oh, I really feeling the spiral in this one. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. There's another little flavor coming up around this week too of the past, which is kind of funky. And what's really jumping out at me with this is literally walking the spiral of life, walking the spiral of all things. Sometimes we do have to go back to go forward, and I talked about this already. But this could also be why there's things coming up from the eclipse, from the spring equinox, maybe even way further back, in order to reintegrate some old things that are actually supposed to serve you or can serve you. And like I mentioned in the channeling too on Friday, that it could also be about just going back so you actually remember what you've already learned and just kind of reclaiming that wisdom that you've already earned. You've already earned your stripes on. But this just feels like a deeper integration of sense of self and safety within the self. There's nothing wrong with reflecting. There's nothing wrong with dealing with old things. There's nothing wrong with old habits or memories coming back up, because if they're coming up, it's coming up for a reason. If it's coming up, it's coming up for a reason. Remember, nothing can be hidden at this time, including unresolved issues, the shadow, forgotten wisdom that you rightfully earned. Divine inheritance is along with that. And sometimes you just need to remember, right? Sometimes we just need to go home again, essentially, because it gives thank you, because it gives perspective. It gives perspective. I know there's also been a lot of talk too about like 4 or 5 year cycles from like 2019, 2020. I'm sure that's true for a lot of people. Just gonna say it that way. Because we're all experiencing this, like going backwards to go forward, like back to the future sort of energy. We're all experiencing that. So we're just experiencing it with our own individual timelines. So I could imagine that there would be a big chunk of the collective where 2020, 2019, there's unresolved things or things that need to be reclaimed because those were such significant years for the collective. But as far as it being like an astrological thing, I actually don't think it is, because it's different timelines for everyone. Those were just really big years for the collective is what I'm getting at. There's something else. There's something else. There's something else there. Let's see. Yes, please like the video if you are in here. We've got like 340 people. That's how I talk in numbers sometimes. And we got like 120 likes. Please, please, please like the video. Especially given that it got chopped up in part 1 and part 2. It'll just help the videos to circulate. Okay. Anything else for the collective for this week? They want me to keep talking about this integration. Why? I don't think there's anything else to well, I know there's something else there, but like I'm not feeling the words just yet. This integration will establish a deeper sense of self. I already said that. I already know that. I already feel that. I already feel that. What's your true safety safe? What's your real safety safe? What's your real safe space? It's interesting because this is also something, how do I want to say, that for the North Carolina gathering is going to actually be a very integral part. I just felt the need to mention that. But yeah, your deepest sense of safety and self, what is that? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Do you even have a safe space? Can you even visualize a safe space, and do you actually feel safe in it? Or do you just picture it because it's pretty? I don't know. It's very interesting how these things are coming through. Like if you were to imagine your safe space, do you imagine a waterfall because you like waterfalls? Or are you actually allowing yourself to really transport yourself to what really feels safe for you? Even if it's bizarre or really out there. Okay, can we get another card, please? Let's see. Sorry, I just joined. No worries, no worries. We're doing collective right now. There's a line coming up from a show. They're bringing my attention to a line. You humans need to look deeper. You humans need to look deeper. If any of you know where that, I know what show it's from. But if you know what show it's from, I'm going to be very thoroughly impressed. You humans need to look deeper. Because safety is a feeling. It's a sense of a state of being, right? That comes from within you. It's not something you think up and imagine. It's something that is there for you to experience and for you to deepen your own experience with it. Westworld, no. Narnia, no. Actually never seen either of those, to be honest. But look deeper. Get more real with yourself. Get more honest with yourself. Get behind the layers. Go deeper. Hold on. Ooh. Wow. Wow. So we have Lucifer, no. We have Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Yeah, it's Charmed. It's from Charmed. Trina got it right. It's from Charmed. Traveler and move in a new direction. Accessing that sense of safety safe within the self, what your safe space actually is, what it actually feels like, what it actually looks like. I mean, get real detailed about it. Like, I would encourage you guys to do this as a practice for yourself, even like in meditation, because once you go there, there's a level of truth that you just can't deny. There's a level of truth that you just can't deny, and it is going to help you to see, acknowledge, understand, understand how you're breaking away and what you're breaking away into. Both of these speak to different paths and new directions. A shift into the new, right? Maybe I'll do a rewatch of the series. I watched the whole series. One of my faves ever. Charmed is one of my favorite shows of all time. I remember when it was first running. Not like I'm trying to age myself on here. But the 90s were cool. I gotta say, the 90s were very cool. I do miss the 90s. It is one of my all-time absolute favorite shows. I will love that show probably my entire life. There's just so much. And every time I watch it, as I grow as a person, just so many other levels where I'm just like, oh my God. And if you've never seen and I mean the original, the reboot was sad. But like the original, if you've never seen the original, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. It's good homework. Okay? And just give it till season 3. Give it till season 3. Okay? All right. Anyway. Getting to that deepest sense of self. Again, what that looks like, what that feels like. Can you actually transport yourself there? Have you even ever experienced it before? This is something I really recommend and challenge you guys to do as an exercise this week. Because once you do, there is this level of truth that you're experiencing that just shows you everything about how you can break away into having a different experience where you can be that safe and you can be that solid. And you can move more into this like sweet life we keep getting into. What's the name of it? Oh, Charmed. Am I taking this? No. Okay. Any other messages or insights for the collective? May 20th through the 26th. I heard projections be damned. Well, we're gonna get to that in a second. Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Start this practice through the heart. Start this practice through the heart, but you're going to bring yourself deep into your body through the heart. But do it through the heart. Do it through the heart. Do it through the heart. Look at your heart as a portal and let that transport you to your real, true, safe space here. Okay? Because then you're also going to be anchoring your heart deeply within into your body as well. And you will be able to actually allow that to guide you as need be. Okay? Projections be damned. Let's get back to that. I was feeling the external there for a minute. I feel like this isn't actually for a lot of the collective. This might be for a small part of the collective. Because as you get really deep within yourself here, and like I said, there's a little bit of like reintegrating some old versions of self, aspects of self, memories, that sort of deal, becoming like much more authentically you. There may be some people who project some things onto you or have accusations of some kind, whatever. I really want to say whatever to that. Whatever. Whatever. Sometimes when people change and evolve, other people, they just can't deal or can't fathom or they don't understand or it also reflects to them like what they're not owning up to or what they're not changing. That's interesting. That wanted to be said. All right, let's see what else wants to come out here, and then we will move on. Charmed is a show I can watch over and over again. Oh my god, I know. I've rewatched that show. Like, I can't even count how many times I rewatched that show. Wait, no spoilers. No spoilers for people who haven't seen it. No spoilers. No spoilers. I have a friend who's only made it to season 4. No spoilers. No spoilers. And I know she'll probably watch this later too. So no spoilers. No spoilers. It's on, yeah, I watch it on Peacock. I've been watching you for 5 years and I can't believe I finally have you live. Wait. Also, you're wondering who you were reading about yesterday. It was me. Oh, thanks, Holly. Thank you. Lots of key takeaway messages from Charmed. I was guided to watch it. I'm happy it's a synchronous seeing this live. It's an amazing show. It's an amazing show. Ooh. Oh. All right. We got some stuff coming up. Remember when I was getting like a little bit of hard conversations, potentially needing to confront some things that you've historically never have or just have a really hard time to. Some of you need to establish boundaries. We'll get into it in a minute. It made me cough. Well, I just want to look at this. I've got lots of homework. I need a new series new to me. Forgive me, I only watched 1 episode of Charmed. What? You gotta make it to season 3. Just make it to season 3. I mean, you could arguably even start like probably season 2, like episode 10, 11. Can you tell what a diehard fan I am? And you could probably start there if you've never seen the series, and you probably really won't miss that much. But if you want the full experience, obviously start from episode 1, season 1. Anyway, moving on. The Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. And then we have Traitor, exchange energy to create abundance. This is about going to those circumstances and those challenges and dealing with them, whatever they may be. Some of you it's conversations. Some of you it's needing to deal with your own inner demons and addictions and things of that nature. Some of you it's needing to deal with distortion, but it's having the balls. I keep wanting to say it that way for some reason, but we're just rolling with it. It's like, it's having the confidence and the courage and the ballsy energy to look at someone in the face, or look at yourself in the mirror, or look at a challenge head on that has historically made you feel so inadequate or so insecure or not enough or even downright afraid, and be able to sit there in your safety safe, in your confidence. This is why the safety safe is so important, okay? And actually deal with it. Say the thing that needs to be said. Maybe you got to take the high road. Some of you need to be in a space of observance with this. How do I talk about that? Okay, they said just be honest. Okay, little shamanic talk for a second. When anyone is faced with unpleasant, distorted, entity-like energies, we'll just say it that way, the best way to deal with anything like that, distorted, entity-like, anger, whatever that's coming out of someone, is to be in this place of observance. It's not to push. If you push back on energies like that, it just creates more push. It creates more resistance. It creates more conflict, more chaos, more of that. It just creates that, okay? And it's really important as well to not get into fear when you're confronted with stuff like that, because then that also leaves you open and vulnerable to being subjected by energies like that. So to be in a place of observance is to be in a place where you are so deeply, right, in your safety safe, in your body, deeply within yourself, that you can just be there and just observe in a safe manner. And most of those energies eventually go away, or they flee, or they dissipate or they transmute in the face of that. That is something we're all capable of. It is also very shamanic in nature. It is a method of transmuting energies. Okay? It's being so within yourself that it's like, how do I want to say? It's just like a anchored wall of just truth, that is impenetrable, not in a way of force, because it just is. It's just you working from deeply within and out. That energies like that, they can't do anything with it. So they just go away. They just go away or they transmute. And that's honestly what I'm getting here. Okay? This is why the safety safe is so important. And also why some of this old energy is coming back up again. Because for some of you, this old energy might be tied to people that have things like this, or extreme rage or anger, and to be in this safe space of observing that so that it can actually transmute in the way it needs to. Or if it's about an external person, maybe just saying what needs to be said and setting a boundary, and then being in that place of observance, and then whatever happens is going to happen, right? A severing or a transmuting. But yeah, it was like, even it made me cough. It was like, well, I was like, yeah, I did not like that. Because even with this, you can say that you're meeting energies like that with love. It kind of makes me want to go like that. It's not that that's not true. It's true, but I think it's really easy to misunderstand that. Because, we also say it so much in the spiritual community. Like, people say, oh, just meet it with love. Does anyone know what that really means? You know what I mean? It's said so often, I feel like, in lieu of true understanding. Yeah, see, can't, like, so much energy moving through me. But that's what that really is. That's what that really is. Suddenly I felt very soapboxy, but I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I'm dealing with this, unfortunately. My friend lives in Arizona, tells me cool stuff about Payson. Yeah, I've actually been like meaning to get out to Payson. Payson is supposed to be beautiful, and there's water there, which is nice. Big foresty area too, and also Payson diamonds too. Yeah, Payson is supposed to be a really, really cool place. I'm using a workbook. This is so discouraging. This is discouraging? Wait, why is this discouraging? I don't understand. I think it's very encouraging. Anyway, moving on. Overall energy, we do have Air Guardian with Shift Your Perception. No surprise there. And then underneath that, we do have Hermit, Retreat and Recharge. This is an important step of the safety safe, right? And once you discover, experience the safety safe, like I said, you're going to see whole new levels of truth and sitting in truth, and also be able to be so anchored in your heart and in yourself, and you'll be able to see how you want to be moving about in the world in new ways, okay? Or how you can break away from some of these distorted things, or deal with some of these distorted things, or more intensely beyond distorted things, or people, or situations, okay? All right, so that's the collective spread. Where are we at? What time is it? Dang. Let's do elements. I can never keep these short. No matter how much I try to keep these short. I'm just not that kind of reader. I'm just not. And I accept. I'm not going to do all the elements that I did last time, like how I did like all those extra ones, like metal and love and ether and sound and all of that. I'm just going to keep it to the traditional 4. I just want to get away from the distorted energies. Done with anything that doesn't align. Yes. So who's going first? Wait, actually, hold on. Let me feel out what cards we're doing. Are we doing our typicals? We might be doing our typicals. Just feeling it out. Yeah, I think we're doing our typicals. The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I'm tempted to pick up the Fae deck, actually. I haven't worked with the Fae deck in a bit. They said do it. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. All right, earth, air, fire, or water. They're already giving me visuals. Oh, this is not a great feeling. So my team communicates to me in a lot of different ways, and sometimes they'll show me visuals as like a metaphor or symbology. I'm like literally seeing someone like alone in a boat, and they've got paddles. It's not even like a motorboat, and there's just like fog everywhere. It feels very swampy, and kind of lonely. And they're not paddling. Oh, I got chills talking about this. I gotta be honest, this is an energy that feels lost. And they're tired of paddling, so they're just gonna sit in the boat alone. This is a little bit more dismal than I wanted to, tune into. What element is this for? Okay, this is like a pre-message. Okay. Hold on. This is a pre-message. Why is this coming up? in times where it's easy to feel lost, to feel like you're trying and nothing's happening, it's easy to want to give up. It's easy to just want to sit. And there's also nothing wrong with recognizing when you do need to just be and just restore yourself instead of trying to figure things out. But I'm feeling like whoever has been experiencing this, that there's actually been like your field needs to get cleared out. Like that's what I'm feeling with this like fog around the person in the boat. It's like I just want to go like this, like clear it out, clear, clear. Yeah, it's like your space needs to be cleared, your mind needs to be cleared, your energy field needs to be cleared out. Like whoever's experiencing this, I feel like there's a real need to get back to solid practices and like being very diligent with the self on doing what you know is good for you, what you know actually gives you life, gives you excitement, gives you encouragement, but you need to be diligent about it. This is probably for somebody very sensitive, like energetically sensitive, psychically sensitive, I'm guessing. It just feels like this fog has like, it's all encompassing, but it's external and it's been allowed to happen. And it's like, that's the key takeaway here. It's been allowed. Like this feeling has been allowed to grow. It's been allowed to be enabled. But that's where accountability comes in. But it's hard. It is hard. And this is sometimes the hard part of the human experience too. But I don't know why that wanted to come through, but that wanted to come through. Okay, I want to move on now. I want to move on. Earth, air, fire, or water. I feel a little bit of party energy. Who's partying? Who be partying? It might be fire signs. All right, we're gonna get into fire. Okay. All right, fire signs. Let's see what's going on with you. Let's start with the Fae deck. We'll start with the Fae deck. Yeah, whoever like was resonating with that boat energy, it feels like depression to me. And sometimes we do need to be just depressed. I'm just gonna say this and be very blatant about it. I am not a psychologist, by the way. I am not a medical professional or anything, or a trained mental health professional. This is just speaking from my own experience of dealing with depression. Sometimes when we become depressed, sometimes that's literally because we need some sort of rest, or we need some sort of just restorative, reflective downtime with ourselves and with our own energy to work through some shit, to be honest. That's not for everyone, but I know for me sometimes depression can creep in because I need that, or I'm not actually taking care of myself and my needs in ways that I know I need to. And I think that also happens too. This is why this is coming up. Thank you. Remember what I was saying earlier, how, we're in this window for the next couple weeks of breaking away from the conventional, breaking away from conformity, so we can really honor our unique needs and our unique skills and our unique wants and selves, right? That's coming a lot in line with that for not for everyone, but for some that are resonating with that like boat message. When we spend so much time trying to do what's expected or do what we've been told to do, taught to do, again, living by convention, we ignore our needs that are unconventional, that may be unconventional. And that can bring about this dissonance sometimes. Again, this is not speaking for everyone. I'm just, again, not a medical professional. I have to say that. It's just speaking from my own experience. Okay. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Any messages or insights for my fire signs? Am I taking these? Nope. Okay. For my fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm getting daydreaming actually with you fire signs, which I didn't expect. I was also getting a little bit of like party energy, like, well, is it party or is it just jovial? It's like it's a little bit of like a fun, excited, playful, kind of childlike, I guess, kind of childlike, but just like ready to be in the mix and ready to go and do a lot. But I am getting also a daydreamy energy with you too. You could be daydreaming about like going on vacation or a certain place. Like I'm getting kind of like a fantastical rainforest kind of vibe. Hold on a second. It feels very daydreamy. Oh, fire signs, you have the Oak Man. Or Oakmen, excuse me. Oh, well, that's quite an energy. The Oakman is interesting. The Oakman is kind of like a sage. He can be kind of sage-like. He's elder wisdom. You can see he's old. He's been around for a while. He's part of a tree. He's seen a lot. He has seen a lot. He has experienced a lot. But something that comes along with this energy is, how do I want to say? Moving through time, but not space. Also comes along with this card. This is the energy of someone who would stay in the same town that they were born and raised in until the day they die, but having a lot of wisdom, even though they haven't done a lot physically. Which is interesting because I feel like you're in the opposite energy. You're in the opposite energy. Some of you, this is an aspect of self, and you're realizing there's been a lot of benefit to being in this energy. Literally, this is elder wisdom coming through, but that it's ready, your time. You're ready for a different experience now, one where you actually do get to move through space and not just through time, which is interesting because I also was getting that travel energy with you too. Some of you, this could be a family member or someone that you're dealing with, and it's like you love them and you appreciate them in so many ways, but I just keep getting what you're seeing is how you do need to be more physically active or travel or move through space is what I keep getting here. A little bit of a sad energy there too. 47 breaking down to 11, master number, awareness. Awareness that there is a gift that comes with stability of staying in a general area for an extended period of time. It can bring a sense of safety, but also that can bring a sense of imprisonment too. It can be a false sense of safety. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Are you ready to try a different environment? Yeah, a lot of this seems to be about physical movement. Ooh, the singer of healing. Fire signs, some of you are having this very like soul to soul exchange with someone, and it feels like it's probably like a grandmother, grandfatherly figure, or like someone who's been around for a long time. Could even be a mentor, could even be a guy, it doesn't have to be anybody physical. But again, there's elder wisdom behind this energy, and it's bringing you healing of liberation. Some of you, again, it's an aspect of self, so keep that in mind. But it's bringing you this sense of like, you don't have to do what I did. You don't have to gain wisdom the way I did. You can do it differently. It feels like it's liberating you from this notion or idea that you had to be stuck or you had to do something a specific way that kept you from having experiences in the way that you haven't before, but it feels like different physical spaces. Yeah, some of you where this is like a physical conversation with someone that you have a lot of respect for, or parental or grandparent like energy. I think that's actually what they're saying to you. Like, don't do what I did. 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 It's like, it's sad, but it's sweet at the same time. Yeah. And for those where this is just you're facing an aspect of yourself, you're allowing yourself to have wisdom a different way. And for people who are in that boat, how do I want to say this? It feels like you were probably attached to some notion of success or some notion of this is how you achieve in life, only to realize you've been there, you've done that, and it's not working anymore, and you are liberated from it. Thank you. What was once a haven is now a prison. And you're allowing yourself to recognize that, and you're allowing yourself to do things different. Wow. They said that's enough from the Fae. Okay. Moving on to the animals for my fire signs. Keep in mind, this could be vice versa as well, where some of you may be the oak man, and you could be giving someone else advice on like, don't do what I did, please go and try something else, especially if like you're talking to a child or a grandchild, or just someone who's younger than you or doesn't have as much life experience. So keep that in mind too. And if that's the case, it could also be very healing to a relationship that maybe needs mending for those who are in that boat. Some of you who are the oak man and you are telling someone to be more free and to liberate themselves in ways that you couldn't. Some of you, it actually is about you needing to stay in a specific space while someone else moves on. God, okay. Anyway, let's get to the animals. For Aries, Leo, Sag. For Aries, Leo, Sag. Safety safe. Camel. Camel is a very reliable energy in this deck. It's about being resourceful. I usually describe this as walking through the desert for 40 days, 40 nights and planning all your resources and planning your stopping points and making sure you get through. It can be a bit of a survival energy, but it is resourcefulness. That feels like it's coming through with the Oak Man, which makes sense. So the Oak Man in your reading here, fire signs, is someone who's gained a lot of wisdom by being resourceful, by needing to be resourceful with what they have and allowing time to pass and to learn from that, but not really moving through space too much. Anything else? Oh, interesting. Some of you, this is about also on a more minor level, confronting, again, coming back to society, like, the American dream, so to speak. There's just an example of something I'm picking up on. The American dream of like getting the big house and the fence and the dog and the 2.5 kids or whatever the actual statistic is nowadays. And then just living in that house for 20, 40 years until you die, realizing that's not for you. Realizing that could actually bring a sense of imprisonment. And maybe someone who's experienced that is telling you this. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Ooh. Yeah, some of you are realizing you don't want to have a traditional family life. Yeah. Now we have Crocodile and the Lion. The Lion coming out for my fire signs, which always makes me happy. The Lion is the master of fire in this deck. Very King of Wands energy. The Lion knows how to properly manage resources and energy in a sustainable way. When to take action, when not to take action. But Crocodile is a very emotional energy. Very emotional. And when it comes out, we're talking about the depths of emotion, but traversing that with grace, actually from that observant stance that I was talking about before. That's very crocodile. That's very crocodile. Think about crocodiles in the water. They literally sit in the murkiest, muddiest of waters and they just sit in it. They can just sit and survive and observe. Like, that's very much the energy that I was talking about before. Why is that coming out here? It's because it's bringing up a lot for you. That's why it's bringing up a lot for you. Facing this, whether you're doing it solo or you are doing it with an oak man, or you are the oak man, you're doing it with someone else, it is bringing up a lot of emotional stuff for you. It's bringing up a lot about what you have believed or found important around family, around material security, around what legacy even is, and the right and wrong things to do. Like, these are very, very deep values that you're confronting, and realizing that some of these very, very deeply embedded values have been imprisoning you. And you're getting a very like sweet but very sobering dose of truth. Really is what that is. I can feel sadness here. I can just, because it might require you to like literally abandon things that you once held dear, people you once held dear, ways of being that did feel really safe and predictable. But if you've outgrown it, you've outgrown that. Or if it really wasn't your truth, it really wasn't your truth. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Zebra. Yep. For those who don't know, zebra is the authentic self. Zebra is the zebra amongst donkeys in a room, waving their freak flag, just being themselves. That is what you're liberating yourself into. Let's see what else here. Oh, almost called you Libra for a second. I don't know why. Maybe you're dealing with Libra. Maybe you got Libra in your chart. Zebra, starfish, and nightingale. Oh, this feels like fun. See, this feels like a party. This was a little bit like party energy. Zebra always comes with a little bit of that like fun, frolicky energy. Starfish to me is very like captivating, very attractive, very magnetic. Nightingale is communication. It's talking. It's letting yourself out. Yeah, fire signs. This is what the energy you're moving into. It's freedom. It's freedom to just be yourself. It's freedom to frolic. It's freedom to not be stuck in space, to not be stuck physically. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's fun. All right, we'll get a couple tarot cards out here and then we'll move on, because I could do this all night. But I shouldn't do this all night because there's other things I gotta do. Okay, just quick tarot cards, please. From my fire signs. Okay. Clyde is all pensive right now. Okay. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Not surprised. Judgment. Judgment is often a call, or it can't even be a final ending or even a resurrection. But this is a major call from spirit to your soul on this situation, which, not surprising, pretty much in line with what we've already talked about. Oh. Do it. Yeah, do it. Seven of Wands, Leo energy coming in here. Sometimes Seven of Wands can be conflict or combative or like guarded or standing up for yourself. I feel like this is confront. Confront, 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 confront the oak men within you or externally and have this conversation. Confront, confront, confront. Some of you feel like your family's really tying you down. Gotta be honest, it's just what I'm getting. Anything else for my fire signs? Clyde feels it. Yeah, he's wandering over here now. Hi, mister. Do you guys hear him? Hey, Bubby. What? What you want? What you need? It's not dinner time. Well, maybe almost, but not quite. Just talking to my cat. Anything else for my fire signs? Confront how you are emotionally dissatisfied, how you are yearning for something else. Some of you are emotionally numb. Some of you may even be depressed with the Four of Cups coming out here. There's a reason why. There's a reason. And Spirit's asking you to just confront it. Just confront it. Just confront it. Just confront it. That feels like enough. All right, let's move on to another element. Okay. All right. Interesting readings today. Who is next? Earth, air, or water? Earth, air, or water? Oh, buddy. He came over and he rubbed his face against me. Do you want to come up here? Hey, come on. Come up. Come on. No? Not interested? No? I think he just wants attention. Sorry, guys. All right. Earth, air, or water? Feeling this battle between earth and water, actually. Maybe earth and water are actually fighting. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Earth or water? All right, we're gonna go with water. Water feels very feisty. Don't know why y'all are so feisty. Okay, water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, you guys feel like revved up. Are you mad or are you just passionate? What's going on? What's going on, water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe you're just excited. Maybe you're just really excited and passionate. Maybe that's all it is that I'm feeling. But it's tied to earth, though. I can feel it. It's definitely tied to earth. Let's see. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What's going on for my water signs? What's going on for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, water signs. I do think right now you're just excitable. I think you're just excitable, maybe a little bit passionate, but some of y'all got a short fuse right now too. I can feel that. I can feel like you're being a little sassy, snippety too. If someone just isn't like respecting your boundaries, which, you know, good for you. It's kind of like you're a fire sign almost. But you're definitely in water though. They're showing me like water. They're not showing me fire. They're showing me water. But it's kind of like fiery water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, you're just excitable, passionate right now. I think that's all. Oh, no wonder. Ecstasis. I love this card. So this is one of the, what I call the frequency cards in this deck. I don't think I have this deck linked below. I don't even know if you can get it online anymore, honestly. But this card literally represents a sound, a frequency of union and harmony is almost what I want to say. So no wonder you are excitable, because you're literally lit up. Literally, all the lights are on. All the bells are on. You're fully charged. You're amped. You're in tune. You're vibing. You're literally reverberating energetically, emotionally. You're there. That's just where you're at. So that is why you are excitable. Okay. I'm just sitting with that. I'm sitting with that for my water signs. This literally could just translate to something has you excited. So keep that in mind too. It doesn't have to be so like metaphysical. Some of you it definitely is. My mystics, you're probably very metaphysically reverberating. But it just feels like you're excited. You're just really excited. Something has triggered this excitement for you, water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What else for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces. Whew, we got another frequency card. I feel like I could almost feel it, like, oh, like electricity through my body. Singer of Courage. Look at all that light, water signs. Look at all that light. Ecstasis and Singer of Courage. You are excited, you're passionate, you're lit up, and you're literally fearless right now. don't get in the water signs way this week. I mean, they might love on you and then just, push you out of the way. But like, it's a very interesting vibe because I feel like you have a lot of like happiness and jovial energy right now, but you're also so amped that like, I don't know, it's like it's fiery water. I can't get away from that feeling. You're fearless, you're excited, you're passionate, you're happy, and you're lit up as fuck. Like it's just like, okay, water sign has arrived and doing whatever water sign is doing, but something has pushed you into this. Something has triggered this for you. I want to get one more. Can you tell me about the Singer of Courage? There's something about the Singer of Courage, because this is a card, I said, of fearlessness and of bravery. But why are you needing to be brave? What is calling for that? What is evoking that? What are you being fearless about? The heart? Not what I expected to come out. We have Mick the Myomancer, which is a card of patience, almost like Temperance, which is interesting because you're like vibing up here. And then literally a very earthy card, which I did get earth for you before, is like ground in patience, ground in patience, ground in patience. Okay, water signs, I do feel like you have something going on with earth or an earth sign. I can't shake that feeling because this does feel a little bit like you're doing this and then something externally is like, hold up. And I feel like water crashing against rocks is kind of what it feels like to me. Almost like overwhelming earth, overwhelming rocks is kind of what I'm getting for you. But having a little bit of grounded patience and calm, probably not a bad idea with this energy, because this is a lot of energy. But yeah, it's like this feels like rocks that you're crashing over. Such a interesting vibe. But that's what this card is. It's patience. It's patience. It's patience. Some of you may require more grounding at this time and to be patient with your long-term desires, that you can have what it is you're getting so excited about that has you so lit up. You can have it. You can experience it, but don't lose your head. Don't get too impulsive. Like cross your T's, dot your I's. Remember what I was saying before about compromise, right? Some of you, this even might be like paperwork and stuff. Like this feels very material plane to me. And it almost feels like it's putting a damper on your party a little bit of your vibe. Like, oh, this is dampening my vibe. This is, you know what I mean? It's like, that's kind of what I'm feeling with this, but it feels necessary too. This feels very necessary. Patience, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, so that whatever you're excited about, you can actually have an experience. Just make sure you're being responsible. Just make sure you're doing your due diligence, okay? And if this is involving another person, like an earth sign, you might be frustrated, but it's necessary. They're like a necessary force for you right now. Very interesting. All right, let's pull some animals out here. Oh, the mundane. Yeah. Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally. And that's how you feel. You feel like it's like crashing your party, like bringing down the vibes. But it's necessary. It's necessary. Okay. Anything else from my water signs? I feel earth so strong in your reading. I say that and then elk comes out. Very interesting water signs. So elk is an earth element or earth medicine. Hold on a second. What do you need, mister? He's so restless right now. Anyway, elk is divine masculine principle. It is the ultimate partner parent card. It is I'm going to show up. I'm going to be diligent. You can depend on me. I am here for you no matter what. I can look after the home and the babies and the money and all the things and everything will be fine. That is elk energy. Some of you have recently water signs or will become fully integrated with this next level evolved masculine sort of energy, responsible energy, integrity, level of integrity and accountability. Some of you that's the case, and others of you this is actually someone external to you helping you, showing up for you, and lighting you up. Got you all excited. But it's somebody who is very mature, very responsible, and likes to provide, wants to provide. But most of you, this is your own energy that you are integrating, and it's putting you in this very like highly harmonized place. Okay. All right, let's move on. Can I get a card for the Singer of Courage? Am I taking this one? Yep. We got the Bee. The Bee is a card of hard work and rewards from hard won rewards is what I was trying to say. So a lot of effort, a lot of investment, and it pays off. But Bee is also a card of community. It's like kind of like the hive mind as well. But when the Bee comes out, it's usually at a time where it's finally due. It's almost long overdue. And I'm getting a little bit of like tired. I am getting a little bit of that. You've been waiting for this. Whatever this is, it feels like a gift of some kind, even if it's your own integration process, like I was mentioning before, or even if it is someone external to you. You've been waiting for this for a long time, which is also why you're excited and you're passionate and you're fearless, because you've wanted it for a very, very long time. So why wouldn't you? That's why you're so fearless with it. But then let's look at the rocks that are crashing your party, so to speak. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. I heard logistics. Yeah, I heard logistics might be getting in the way here. Not for long though, because again, this feels necessary. Can I get a card from like the Mayamancer? Yeah, logistical details is what I just heard. Logistical details. Be so funny if the deer came out. That's the counterpart to the elk. I love it. Guess what came out? The deer. Love it. Literally, we have the counterpart energies of elk and deer. Deer is feminine principle. So funny that came out that way. It almost has that vibe of like, I don't want to say like a nagging parent or an overly concerned parent, but that's kind of what it is. It is. It's a little bit of like an overly concerned parent energy. Whether that is like fully coming from the external or you're just realizing, okay, we're excited. We've wanted this. It's happening. But let's be responsible. Let's take our time. Let's make sure all the paperwork is drafted. Make sure the contracts are right. Make sure this is going to fall in line with this, that, or the other, whatever the details are. So very interesting that that's coming in like that. I have a Virgo sun, mom, Virgo, all the Virgos, right? They're very Virgo. This is very Virgo. This is very Virgo, which Lilith is in Virgo at this time. 444. Oh, go figure. That's just so crazy. That's just so crazy. So I do feel like you are dealing with another person here for most of you. And if that's the case, you two make a very good team. Deer and elk, literally. You make a great team. One is ready to go and be that yang energy and be active and excited and just ready. And the other one is like, wait. wait. Let's do this the right way. Yeah. So water signs, however this is coming about in your reality, it looks very yummy. It looks very delicious. Just be patient and do your due diligence here. Okay. All right. Just pulling some tarot cards, my water signs. I keep feeling like you want to fight this deer energy though, a little bit. I keep feeling that. And if you're the deer and you're dealing with an elk, they might want to fight you a little bit. I just feel pushback on this, but there's wisdom in this. Okay, I really want to emphasize that. There's wisdom in this. Okay. All right, can I get a card for elk, please? Interesting. And yeah, and then there's the wisdom landing on the elk here with hermit. Hermit is an energy of taking your time, of also being within and discovering what the truth really is, following the star essentially, but it's also making plans. And I feel like it's also Virgo, and I feel like it's literally representing the deer and the Mike the Myomancer coming in on the elk to be like, hey, hey, there's a way to ground this. There's a way to navigate this. Be excited, be ready, but let's do it the right way. What are you playing with? What did you find? He's going all crazy. Oh, sorry, tangent. So I bought, I had to get new slippers because my old ones were just like, they were like $2 slippers. They were bad. They were breaking down on me. So I bought a new pair, and he's like obsessed with playing with them, which I think is so cute. He looks like a dog. Like he literally grabs them and just like tussles around with it. Anyway, sorry. Cute. Moving on. Can I get a card for B? Wow, more of the due diligence. A lot of Virgo coming up in your reading, water signs. You could be dealing with the earth sign you could be dealing with could be Virgo or have strong Virgo in their chart. 2 Virgo cards coming out here with the Knight of Pentacles. Remember what I said about the bee? The bee is a gift. It is rewards after a lot of hard work. Knight of Pentacles is very hardworking. A lot of people don't talk about that a lot, the Knight of Pentacles, but the Knight of Pentacles is like a right-hand man. They are dependable. They are predictable. They are consistent. They are a gatekeeper. They do all of the hard work and they make sure it gets done right. That is a huge part of your energy here. I would really recommend embracing your inner Virgo. It seems to be helping you. It's going to help you here. Okay. And with this gift, again, it's something you've been wanting. I do feel like there's a level of responsibility too, not just do it the right way, but maybe a maintained responsibility if you are going to really embrace whatever this blessing gift is. Okay. All right. Tell me about the deer. Oh, excuse me. We've got the moon. Can I get one more for the deer, please? It has a hidden component. And that's the thing. Like, you might get really caught up in your excitement, and then this energy comes in as a very sobering dose of reality. Again, I'm feeling like it's a person. But the moon and the 7 of Pentacles, the moon can be subconscious, it can be intuition, emotions, but I'm actually getting something hidden. Something about this energy is not obvious when you get excited. And then it comes out to be revealed, or then it comes to meet you in this place. But Clyde's being so cute. But moon with the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, it feels like a pause. It feels like a pause. Whoever this deer is, even if it's an aspect of yourself, it comes in when you're most excited. It hits you when you're most excited. And again, it is sobering. It's sobering, but it's making it clear, like, hey, pause button. Pause, think about this, really plan this out if plans are needed, whatever this is. But for some reason, that deer energy is not blatantly out when you first get excited. It is like the wisdom of Virgo. And again, for some of you, this could be your own energy. And your own inner Virgo wisdom needs to be needs to almost be resurrected, or needs to be like, you need to pull on it for this. But others of you, this could be a person. The rocks that you're wanting to just overwhelm and crash over, they do serve a purpose. And it is a purpose. It's a very important purpose. Very interesting, water signs. All right, let's move on before it gets too late over here. It's already dark. I feel like I had so many things on my list today too. Air or earth? Almost like it's more natural to just do earth after that. Clyde. Oh, did he jump up on here? I see you. You can't hide from me. I see you. He's acting like he's hiding, but he's like such a big cat. I can totally see him. He wants to play. I can tell he wants to play. Yeah, we're going to do earth. That feels like a natural transition. Okay. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Interesting. You guys feel kind of quiet. You guys almost feel stoic. Like you're internalizing a lot. Like there's a lot that you're thinking or reflecting on or feeling. The energy is like really palpable, but you feel kind of quiet. Huh. You feel kind of quiet, Earth signs. What's going on? I didn't think you were that quiet before, but now suddenly you're quiet. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay. There's some sort of emotions going on here for you, Earth signs. They're building. They're building. They're building. They're getting stronger. They're getting louder. They're getting more potent. I don't think you're ignoring them. I think you know they're there, but I don't think I feel like you just think there's nothing that you need to do about them until maybe you do. Until maybe you do. Yeah, these are feelings that have been growing for some time is what I'm getting, and now they're just getting to the point where they're like going to be spilling out of you is what this feels like to me. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. They don't feel angry. They actually, it feels a little bit like a heart swell, actually, is what that feels like. It feels a little bit like a heart swell. What are you doing, Bubby? What? Do you want to sit down? Huh? Don't know what to do with yourself? Okay. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Yeah. Oh, yeah, my heart. Yeah, your heart is like slowly swelling, Earth signs. Very slowly swelling. And I do think you're going to hit a point where it's going to spill out, or you're just going to like say what's on your heart. Singer of healing. Anybody who has fire in their chart, this came out in the fire reading, and the other card was a very earthy card. So there could be something going on with fire as well. But singer of healing, whatever is making your heart swell, it needs to come out. Oh, ow. Excuse me, see? It needs to come out. Speaking from the heart is going to be very healing for you and potentially for another person or other people at this time. Again, I don't think you're resisting it. I think you're observing it. But I do think actually putting sound to what is trying to come out of your heart might be a little anxiety inducing. These are your true feelings, is what I'm being told. These are your true feelings, Earth signs. Whatever those true feelings are, they're your true feelings. Am I taking these? Yes. Oh, we have undressing of the salad, and then, oh, look who's back from the water sign reading. Yeah, totally something going on with earth and water. Mike the Myomancer, that wisdom of patience and details and logistics. But the undressing of the salad is exactly how it sounds. It's about taking something apart and really looking at something. This is part of what you want to speak on. Whatever is your heart is swelling over, whatever is wanting to come out of your heart, whatever your true feelings are, it's gonna, how do I want to say this? It's not just gonna unmask something, but it's gonna dismantle something. And like whatever words you want to say, that's not your intention, but that's the effect. And I think you might know that's the effect your words are gonna have. But it's important. It's almost like, how do I want to say? Oh, I love you. You're so cute. I love you. How do I want to say this? It's almost like if you were looking at a house. Okay, just hang in there with me. I'm trying to think of an example. Like you're looking at a house. You see the door. You see the front door. You see maybe a giant window. You maybe see a garage door. Your words will have the same effect as if you stripped the paint, took down the windows, took down the door, and you saw the real infrastructure of a house, and you're like, oh shit, that's what's hiding under there? Or like, whoa, that's what's hiding under there. It's revealing something that's behind the layers of the obvious. It's something that reveals the layers of what is behind even superficiality. But it needs to be said. It might reveal a diamond, a very beautiful gem, a very beautiful surprise, or it might reveal something really gross. And you're like, oh damn, glad I said that. That's what this feels like to me. That's what this feels like to me. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, let's pull some other cards here. I'm gonna go to the animals. He's literally like plopped up right against my hip right now. Bubby, are you feeling neglected? Do you want to play? Oh, he just wants to be like right next to me. Okay. Like marriage or separation kind of words. I read for a lot of people, and so this could be about a lot of different things for different people. What it feels like to me is the heart is feeling a lot, and the heart wants to express itself because it's like it's the true feelings that Earth sign is feeling, and it's like having those words spoken, putting sound and words to those feelings will be very healing and will really show the truth, the raw truth behind a situation, or even like the true foundation of a circumstance or a relationship. And it's going to reveal either something really positive or really kind of not great. But even then, that's going to lead to healing either way, right? Okay. Can I get a card for Singer of Healing? Ooh, I got to stretch soon. Can I get a card for Singer of Healing for my earth signs? Pretty much what I thought was going to happen. Vulture. Death magic. What does Vulture do? Vulture takes dead things and eats them and cleans them and leaves the bones exposed. Literally. And that's exactly what I was getting for you guys too, earth signs. That your words spoken are going to like dismantle all the decoration and decor and all the layers of pretty and glitter and superficiality, and you're going to see the bare bones of a situation and truly what is at the root of a situation or a relationship. But that's exactly what your words are going to do. Your words are going to come in and eat up all the crap that doesn't matter, essentially. Wow. Whew. Whew. Can I get a card for undressing of a salad, please? Oh, we're going to see what's in that foundation. Let's take a peek. Tell me about undressing of a salad. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. We have black egg. Look at the colors coming out for you, earth signs. White, black, and purple. Power colors is what I heard. Power colors. Like I said, your voice will dismantle this. The black egg is the throat chakra. So it is about expression. So not surprising this came out, but let's do another. Can I get one other card for undressing of the salad? Can I get another for undressing of a salad? Oh, okay. Okay. It's going to reveal something good. We have starfish coming out here. Starfish is a captivating energy. It's kind of like my star card. It's attraction. It's magnetism. Sometimes it can speak to superficiality, which either way, you're stripping the superficiality of the situation or of the foundation of a relationship. But the starfish coming with black egg, this truth that you're speaking, your real feelings are just undeniable. And at the end of the day, whether it reveals something really beautiful about a situation, it's going to reveal something very beautiful about yourself. And it is going to be very healing for you to get something off your chest or to even just share your heart and your truth with someone and to be heard and witnessed in that. Some of you will find out if someone is really your people. Sorry, not sorry, because you might, get the confirmation they really are part of your fam. And others of you might find out they really are not. But let's get into the wisdom, this Virgo-y wisdom that keeps coming up here. This Virgo-y wisdom of patience and details and logistics. Okay. You might even be confessing that you actually have loving feelings towards someone. That could even be the case. Tell me about Mike the Myomancer for my earth signs. Yeah, water and earth, y'all got something going on. All right. So we have camel coming in here. Camel, I think, just really reinstates that like patient, logistical, get it done kind of energy. So I'm gonna pull one more. Pull one more for that. Can I get one more from like the Myomancer? This rebuild. Thank you. So remember, this what you're speaking, what you're saying is stripping a situation. It is. It's stripping it down to the bare bones. You may even be stripping someone down to their bare bones, you know, metaphorically speaking, like stripping their ego essentially. But I am hearing building with this, is what I'm getting. I'm hearing building, 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 building with patience, building the right way, making sure that whatever's being built up is going to have the right foundation. Can I get one more, please? Oh, Sharky Shark. Sharky Shark. Some of you, these building plans may be kept secret for a little while. I only say that because shark is a perceived threat, whether it's real or it's not real. But it is this like, okay, I have stripped down the situation. I've spoken my truth. I've put my heart out there. And now I know what I'm working with. I'm working with a really good foundation or a really shitty one. If you're working with a good foundation, you're going to want to build that up in the right way. But Shark also tells me that you're very aware of how that might not go according to plan, or the influence of the external in a negative way, or even your own, like, can I even build something up again with this person or in the same situation? If you're finding the foundation is bad, I feel like this is you trying to figure out how to build a different one elsewhere. Whole new one elsewhere, but in a way where the same thing doesn't happen again, where you end up with a bad foundation. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting with that. What you doing? What? Oh, he's being so sweet. Sorry, guys. Cat mom, total cat mom. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards on this for you guys. I know, you don't like the card shuffling. It disturbs him. It's like too loud. He's literally just plopped himself on my decks. He's made a little pillow for himself out of my decks. So cute. All right. Tell me about Vulture. Tell me about Vulture. For my earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Tell me about Vulture. Yep. You're speaking your truth. You're speaking from the heart, and it is stripping a situation to heal. For you to find healing, for you to find peace, for you to harmonize, and eventually build a healthy foundation, or build back up on a already existing foundation that you are now seeing the bare bones of, right? So again, you got to take it as it resonates here. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. It's like, where'd my tarot deck go? All right, Black Egg and Starfish for my earth signs. Black Egg and Starfish for my earth signs. Knight of Swords, not surprised. We knew you were talking. We knew you were talking. Wait, my cat used to do that. He hated when I shuffle. Yeah, because I can imagine, right? Their ears are so sensitive. Can I get one more for Black Egg and Starfish with Undressing of the Salad? Ooh. We have Knight of Swords with the Six of Pentacles. So in speaking from your heart, whatever you're speaking on, the topic is revolving around give and take. The topic is around what true reciprocity is. That's the topic. That's the context of what you're wanting to speak on. Again, some of you could be telling someone that you've got feelings for them. Or it could be that maybe you have, you are in a relationship with somebody and they are not exactly on the same give and take wavelength, right? But that is the topic. That is what you want to talk about. That is what you want to talk about. Okay. So coming back over here, let's go ahead and get into the building. Am I taking those? No. All right, tell me about camel and shark. Am I taking that? Nope. Tell me about camel and shark with Mike the Myomancer. Nine of Swords. Well, that has to do with the shark, right? That has to do with the shark, because you speaking your truth around the context of how there is, like, you know, what you want to give and how you want to receive with another person, or how that's not happening, right? It's like, however you're talking about this, it's stripping the situation down to the bare bones, to where you're looking at the root, the basis of I feel like it's about a relationship, I gotta be honest, or a circumstance and situation. And then when it comes down to it, you got to rebuild elsewhere or with this person. But that's scary. That's a little scary to do that. And some of you could also be very worried about the external, what other people have to say about it, how other people look at it, or how other people look at you. Can I get more here though for camel and shark? Again, building in the right way. Building in the right way. Yeah, don't forget to like the video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Anything else for camel and shark? I just want to get one more card and then we'll move on. Yep. Judgment. Judgment. Again, once you see the bare bones after you strip down a situation, again, it definitely feels like it's with a person. You're going to know what you're working with. You're either working with a diamond or you're working with coal. Like, you know what I mean? You're working with dirt, one or the other. And if you're working with charcoal, you're working with a piece of dirt, you're probably not going to build with them or within that same situation. And then there's the fear of, how am I going to rebuild? How am I going to start over? With patience, with diligence, taking your time, right? Checking all the boxes, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, and give yourself some time and you will be fine. If you're working with a diamond, then there comes that notion of like, oh shit, how are we going to rebuild from here? How are we going to, I've just stripped this shit down. How are we going to rebuild from here? And there could be a little bit of fear of trust, but taking your time is key. Okay. All right. Now let's do air. Last but not least, and for those of you where it's like confessing like romantic feelings, it's almost like you're stripping down the friendship to build it up romantically, which can be terrifying. That can be scary. That can be scary. All right, air signs. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Hey, Bubby. Okay. What's going on for my air signs? I just want to tune into air before I pick up the cards. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Are you guys off doing your own thing? Are you guys too cool for school? You're off just like so far away from everyone else right now. It has that vibe a little bit. It has the vibe of like, I'm dipping out for a while. I'll see you in a couple months. That's the vibe. That's the vibe with my air signs right now. But let's go ahead and get started on the Fae deck. I'm trying to stay low-key. Bobby, I need my hand. I need to shuffle. He's like, my hand. Mine. I know. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Super cuddly, I know. Oh, stop it. He's trying to be a ham right now. He's like, if I act real cute, you'll pay attention to me. All right, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, it's almost like you're wanting to go like off the radar or off the grid for some of you. It's a very specific vibe. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Am I taking these? No. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Iris the Rainbow coming out here. I keep having this feeling like you're off in another, like you're just like, you're off the radar, you're off the grid. You went to another country, you disappeared into your inner den or hermit mode. Like I just feel like you're off. You're off somewhere. I'm getting a very strong like Neptune Pisces energy with this card for you. Yeah, it feels like you're like off in the realms for some of you. Some of you are off in the realms, some of you are just off away from your normal life, and it does feel a little fantastical, but it feels like it's good for you. I feel like you're really inspired at this time. Yeah, it's bringing you inspiration. You're allowing yourself to get lost in your inner Neptune. I like that. I like that for you. Can I get another, please? It feels like you're being like touched with whimsy. It's like how that feels. Like, yeah, touched with whimsy. There's another word that wants to come through here. Yeah, wow. Fairies of the future coming out for you as well. Yeah, whatever you're doing, air signs, you are off out of your norm. You're not in your normal rhythm. You're not in your normal routine. You're not even in your normal energy. It's like some of you could even be doing some work with your future selves or what have you, but it feels like you're off on a little venture. Sorry, I got disconnected. It almost has that feeling like you're off in a little venture or even like a spiritual journey in a way. And you are being blessed with like inspiration and whimsy, and you're really being able to see the possibilities of what's ahead of you. It's very Neptune sextile Pluto, which is what we're having right now. It's very Neptune sextile Pluto. It's allowing you to see the bigger picture of what's possible and that you could actually like do something about that. You could actually take some of these fantastical dreams and do something with it or make it a reality. But to see it, I keep feeling like you're off somewhere. Can I get one more for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, interesting. Dreams. The word dreams just came up. Did you forget how to dream? That feels very Fae-like to even ask that. Did you forget how to dream? So much playful energy behind that. Can I get one more for my air signs? Did you forget how to be curious? Oh, no wonder. Singer of the Chalice. So this is one of those frequency cards where it's about hitting a certain frequency or even like actually like has a reverberation to it. But this card is actually akin to the Ace of Cups. It's the heart. It's flow. It's an open heart and flowing of emotional energy and spiritual energy. I gotta be honest, air signs. It feels like, yeah, you're off in the realms. It feels like you're off in the realms and you're being reminded of what it's like to dream, to daydream, to have fantastical, to have even fantasies, and to maybe even get in the energy of maybe believing in them a little bit, believing that they are actually possible, believing you can have them. It's like, it feels like spirit's coming in and very playfully, and actually this is so Gemini and like Pisces now that I think about it, is like coming in and like stirring you up a little bit. Like, but it's your inner child and it's curiosity and it's fantasy and it's daydream and it's artsy and it's creative and it's inspired and it's intuitive. And it's a reminder. It's a reminder of these aspects of you to dream, that it's okay to dream. It's okay to daydream. It's okay to have fantasies. That makes life exciting. It also gives us hope. It also gives us hope. You're being reminded of the power of that. And in doing so, you're also being allowed to see how those are also possible. The threes are really jumping out. 32, which breaks down to a 5, but the 3, right? 33, master number, and then 12 breaking down to a 3. Threes are huge for my air signs here. Let's go ahead and pull some animal cards. And then we're going to, do a couple tarot cards. I'm going to wrap this up because Mama's got to stretch. My hips are like, get up. Some of you could be seeing a lot of rainbows at this time. Some of you may resonate with the rainbow bridge at this time. So you may feel like you're crossing the rainbow bridge. Can I get a card for Tryst of the Rainbows? For my air signs. Pay attention to who you meet at this time in the next couple weeks. Excuse me. Yeah, pay attention to who you meet in the next couple weeks. Some of them may be part of this stirring of fantasy and dreamland for you, and stirrings of the heart. I like this energy though. It's like, it's very like, it's very yummy. But yeah, pay attention to who you meet in the next 2 weeks, or spend time with the next 2 weeks. Tell me about Tryst of the Rainbows for my air signs. Ooh, wow. Very, very different reading for my air signs compared to everybody else. We have Unicorn. Talk about mystical, magical, Neptunian fantasy with the neon rainbow moon in the background. It's like, this is like so crazy. Unicorn is the third eye chakra. It's very Aquarian to me normally. It's believing that the impossible is possible. So really just honing in on everything I'm already talking about. You are tuning into this. You are getting assistance here. A lot of this could even be happening literally while you're asleep. Some of you could be journeying as well. Can I get a card for Fairies of the Future? It's like you're being kissed by rainbows. Cosmic Egg. Third eye in the crown. All upper chakra energy coming here for you. Again, makes so much sense with everything that's coming in here. Fairies of the Future with Cosmic Egg. Cosmic Egg is usually reaching some sort of like pinnacle of spiritual development in some way, shape, or form. But again, it is also the crown. And there does seem to be this like tuning in almost to future timelines or the potential and possibilities of what could be from this newly stirred, inspired, fantastical, magical, whimsical, romantic kind of a place. I keep getting like realms and dream time are huge for you right now, air signs. But you literally have the third eye in the crown lit up in your reading. Tell me about the Singer of Chalice. Tell me about the Singer of the Chalice. Whoa, okay, card vomit. We're not taking all of those. You know, there's a lot of energy behind this chalice. Tell me about Singer of the Chalice. Oh, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Thank you so much. This whole live was super helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. And thank you again for your support. Thank you. Thank you. Peacock coming out here was Singer of Chalice. Y'all know how I feel about the peacock. Explicitly in this deck, the creator of this deck designated the peacock as beauty, which I understand. I totally see that. Beauty and abundance and luck and all of that. And I see that. But when it comes out, I just get this weird vibe. And I don't know if there was something going on when she was designing the card or what, but I always get this like distracting, masky, like something's not what it seems kind of vibe from the peacock. I'm going to pull another card here, but the peacock, I'm already raising eyebrows to. I feel like I'm raising eyebrows because you're raising eyebrows too. Hold on a second. In the midst of the whimsy, in the midst of dreamland whimsy that's going on here for my air signs, I feel like peacock is representing a past person or experience. And I feel like this whimsy is like, God, how do I want to say this? I can feel it. I just need to find the words to express this properly. It's trying to get you to reflect back on this with a different lens. With a different lens. There might be something about this person or this past, it feels old, or this past experience that robbed you of your whimsy. Might have robbed you of feeling hopeful about your dreams or hopeful about your fantasies. Yeah, that's starting to feel, yeah, I'm getting yes. Which is why it's important to revisit that. How was your whimsy? How was your hope? How was your ability to daydream and be curious and all of that? Why did that dwindle because of this experience or this person? It's kind of like reclaiming your heart and reclaiming your inner child into being whimsy and romantic again. Can I get one more card for Singer of the Chalice? Am I taking that? No. Can I get one more card for Singer of the Chalice for my air signs? Ah, telling you, there's a lot of energy behind this chalice. It's making the cards explode. Oh, buddy. Huh. Interesting. Crocodile. Not surprised this is coming out. I already explained the crocodile earlier, where crocodile is this like super deeply embedded place within your emotional body of being able to traverse really difficult emotions, but with calm and with grace and with wisdom. It also is a little bit of primordial water energy for me as a reader as well. Whatever this was, whoever this was, it's very deep in your emotional body. It might take a little bit of time and a little bit of work to really get into what that is and why it affected you the way that it did, so you can traverse your deepest of waters with grace and reclaim whatever needs to be reclaimed from that. That's why the crocodile is there. Behind that, we do also have the wolf and the elk. I see. I'm getting disappointment with this. Wolf and elk, very strong leader, protector, elder like energies here. Elk has come out in almost everyone's reading. Elk is divine masculine principle in this deck. Okay, ultimate partner, parent card, provider, protector, all that deal, all that jazz, all that jazz. Wolf is a bit of a like a student becoming the teacher sort of energy, following your instincts, and also being part of a group, having a specific role within a community. Something about this energy, it's like in relation to the peacock, left you disappointed. Almost like you thought you were dealing with this, but really you were dealing with a peacock. Some of you could have been feeling like you were this role and then this peacock undermined you. Undermined you? Is that how you conjugate that? I don't know how to conjugate that. I think I conjugated it correctly, but that's what I'm getting. It's like this was integrity. This is integrity. This is accountability. This is soul fam. This is leader. This is elder. This is protector. This is safety safe. But it feels like admirable, and it just feels like high respect, whether this has been you or it's also some like what you expected, but instead you got the peacock. I gotta be honest, for some of you, it's almost caused you to waver in being able to show up in a strong way like this, which, you know, there's an interesting line of thinking there too, because this is very adult, this is very mature, and the energy that you're being asked to re-embrace is almost very childlike. But even like the wisest of people have a lot of childlike energy. You kind of need both. You need both, because if you're this solid in your energy, in your own sense of safety, you can be super vulnerable, and you can be super childlike, and you can be super carefree, right, and whimsical, because you do feel that safe and solid. Something about this has been compromised or was trickery in some way, shape, or form in relation to the peacock. So reclaiming that whimsy, your ability to dream again, you're actually going to reclaim a huge sense of your own power and your ability to be this solid. Interesting. All right, a little bit of tarot. All right, one more. Oh, tell me about the unicorn. For my air signs, tell me about the unicorn. Yeah. You're just being shown the kind of joy that can come from this kind of carefree, whimsy, daydreamy, fantastical vibe. Honestly, you're being shown that. You're being shown that. Tell me about Cosmic Egg and Fairies of the Future. Some of you are also seeing a new beginning for yourself that you could be getting excited about. Tell me about Fairies of the Future. Getting a little sad, air signs. Like not in a bad way. It's just like there's a lot of emotion going on in this reading. So remember, you are being shown some sort of like new beginning, a new path, all the possibilities, right? Look. Three of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. That Ten of Swords definitely speaks to the disappointment from the peacock energy. But Three of Cups is happy. It's reconciliation. It's celebration. And here you guys are as the Queen of Wands, which is a very confident energy, a very capable energy. What they're showing you is that you can experience the Three of Cups and you don't have to keep experiencing the Ten of Swords. You don't got to carry the Ten of Swords around with you. You can be carefree and wild and fun with other people. Three of Cups is not just solo. Three of Cups involves other people. FG, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Oh, I always forget I can do that. Thank you. All right. But coming back, the Three of Cups is very possible with other people. Reestablishing your sense of safety safe by reclaiming your heart and your whimsy and your ability to dream and fantasize is going to get you there. Okay. Where'd the deck go? Oh, okay. All right, let's look at this last little section with the peacock and the crocodile and the wolf and the elk with the chalice for my air signs. Not taking those, but the Ace of Cups did reveal itself. What about peacock, crocodile, wolf, and elk? Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Reclaiming yourself. High Priestess with the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. High Priestess is usually when people go off into their quiet, solo, journeying, shamanistic mode, traversing their subconscious, traversing the realms, or tuning into their intuition. But it's definitely a like mode. But in that mode, you're dealing with the pages. These are representative of inner children for me a lot of times as a reader, but the Page of Cups is innocence. Page of Wands is actually more of that carefree energy. So here we have you needing to reclaim and confront your own innocence. Your own innocence and your own passion and your own ability to be carefree and reclaiming that. So pretty much what I was already getting. Okay. All right. That's a doozy. Good luck, air signs. I'm going to go. My butt hurts. I want to get up and move around and stretch a little bit. But thank you guys for joining me today. And sorry about the weird, glitchy kerfluffleness with part 1 versus part 2. I'll figure out a way to, like, I don't know, deal with labeling those. But I love you guys. Take care. And again, thank you for anybody who just hung out the whole time. And anybody who sent me super chats as well. Okay? I will see you guys later. Have a great night, guys. Bye. Namaste.